the fuck were we doing, Chris? You were just interviewing me about what it's like to live in the Bronx right now?
Yeah,
Is that what was happening? Well,
I
you know,
was.
chips.
You gotta eat chips, Brian.
No.
Oh, you can hide your self-view too. Anyways.
Because I live in what's called Asthma Alley. It's the highest rate of asthma in the entire country. Because of all the uh, vehicular traffic on the highways, which think of where you live, highways probably are not right next to houses or apartments.
Oh yeah, like all the brake dust and shit.
Yeah, like you have to go from a small road to a medium road to a large road to like a state highway to an
Right.
interstate, right?
Yeah,
So
there's nothing but highways through
like the
there.
Bronx fucking expressway or the
Right.
major Deegan, they're just like right next to your fucking
It's like
apartment.
6 lanes of fucking
And then
yeah.
there's like Fresh Direct and other companies who have along the river, down like along Bruckner, they have all their shipping centers. So there's just trucks idling, waiting for shipments of food to be taken to rich people in Manhattan, Williamsburg, and parts of Queens and shit, right?
Yeah.
And the Bronx is just dealing with all the smog. And even before that, there were tire factories and brush factories and whatever.
Of course. Yeah.
Like Port Morris and Mott Haven and Morrisiana and all that stuff. Oh, I don't know what factories, whatever the fuck. I don't know enough about Bronx in the 70s, but so there's just high rates of asthma here, one of the highest, if not the highest, in the whole country. And so when people get sick in the Bronx, they're dying at twice the rate as the rest of New York because they have these pre-existing conditions. It's not just the hypertension and obesity. It's really just
Sure.
these incredibly high rates of asthma that are, I was explaining the other day, like, so there's some reports about the drop in asthma rates of people who live right next to toll booths since the invention of Easy Pass, where cars,
Whoa, that's interesting.
yeah, instead of just sitting there with smog coming out, the cars drive right
Yeah.
through. And even without Easy Pass, now they take a photo of your license plate and they mail you at the end of the month. Like, these are all the times your license plate went through. You owe us tolls. You don't fucking stop and pay tolls in New York anymore. You drive right through.
Really?
Yeah, they just take a photo of your license now.
Wow.
So ever since they've started that, asthma rates
That's
have
crazy.
been dropping. Like the air quality is so much better that cars aren't idling at toll booths. So yeah, you can see why people in the Bronx have such high asthma rates, and why, because of that, there's so much death. And there's so many projects in the Bronx. As soon as those projects really get hit, it's gonna
Oh
be
yeah, dude.
it's going to be awful because their population is more crowded than what's even on the
Of
books.
course. They can't
And
self-isolate, really.
right,
When
they
there's
can't,
300 people
and
in a building.
and the buildings are so packed together, and their population
Right.
skews old. They have a lot of people in their 60s in projects. It's going to be
Right.
really bad.